Hello Soldaten and welcome to our Hearts of Iron 4 Reconstruction of Fall Weiss. We will try to reconstruct first German invasion in World War II Operation Fall Weiss in 1939, which started World War II in Europe. This will be done in Hearts of Iron 4 game. And before we start, I would just like to encourage you to subscribe and like to help this channel grow and get more stuff if you are to enjoy in this video. Okay, before we are to start and to go through the invasion, we will go through three major events which led to Fall Weiss, which led to that operation. This will be because of the time we have, so I don't want to take a lot of time from these events. We just want to focus on Fall Weiss, but it is necessary to start with this because this is the first operation and just want to set the timeline in which we currently are. Since coming on power, Hitler started with remilitarization of Germany. He started developing the army and its industry. Wehrmacht, Luftwaffe and Kriegsmarine were all developed secretly outside Germany using the help of the Soviet Union or other means. This was the clear violation of the Versailles Peace Treaty. However, since it was done secretly, nobody knew at that time. First public showcase of power and new German army at that time was the reoccupation of the Rhineland. This was territory which was demilitarized in the Versailles Peace Treaty because it was the border between France and Germany. Incorporation of Austria was the first sign of Nazis forming a greater Germany. This was a second red flag after the Rhineland, and it was the first country that is to be incorporated into the Nazi Germany. This was also a kind of a showcase of power of Germany and the testing for future actions and events to form a greater Germany. Last event was annexation of Czechoslovakia after the annexation of Sudetenland. This medieval Bohemian heartland was last on list of old German lands which Hitler had eyes on. This was done after Munich Agreement and Chamberlain's Peace in Our Time Agreement. Annexation of Czechoslovakia was a red line. France and England will not go further. They proclaimed the guarantee of Poland, which brings us to our invasion. With the prelude done, now we are coming to the battle plans and the invasion itself. So we will try to reconstruct as historically accurate as it is possible. So we will try to use same units, same amount of divisions, aircraft, same battle plan, and rest is in the game's hand. We cannot control the rest, but we can do this initial things and try to enjoy the history in our time, as Chamberlain would say. So, let's start with the army composition. So, we have Germans. Germans have 37 infantry divisions, 1 cavalry divisions, 6 panzer divisions, 1 as a reserve, 4 motorized divisions, 4 light divisions, and 1 mountain divisions. In total, 54 divisions. On the other hand, we have the Polish with 26 infantry divisions, 8 cavalry divisions, 1 motorized division and 3 mountain divisions. In total, counting 38 divisions. Those were the land troops. In the year, the count goes as following. Germany had 850 bombers and 400 fighters. On the other hand, the Poles have 210 bombers and 150 fighters. Now we come to the battle plan and the German invasion plan for the Poland, the Fall Weiss itself. The army was divided into two army groups, Army Group North and Army Group South. Army Group North had two armies in it, 3rd and 4th Army, while Army Group South had three armies, 8th, 10th and 14th Army. Commander of Army Group North was von Bock, while the commander of Army Group South was Field Marshal von Rundstedt. On the other hand, the armies on the field were commanded like this: 3rd Army von Klucher, 4th Army von Kluge, 8th Army Blaskowitz, 10th Army von Reichenau, and 14th Army List. Okay, so with all the preparation done, we are finally on the ground and starting our own invasion. All the armies are set in their historical positions with the historical compositions and historical counts and with historical orders for battle plans. So let's just discuss that a bit. So the initial idea of the German army was to make double pincer movements, as you guys can see here from these lines we have for our front. So first pincer movement was made to cut off the Polish front, and the second pincer movement was to encircle Warsaw and basically make like two salients and to attack from three sides. And historically that worked out perfectly, because the Warsaw was encircled while the bulk of its army was encircled further to the west. So Poznan, I think, was the town, is it? This is Lutz. Poznan should be somewhere, I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit gibbering here, but yeah. So the army was to be encircled here, while the Warsaw was to be encircled over there. So let's move. We have 10 days until we are to research Danzig of War or to reach our national idea. Currently it's August 13. Let's speed this up a bit so it can reach. And yeah, one more thing. I couldn't find yeah, they are setting up. I couldn't find von Reichenau. So I've used the Guderian. Yeah, so 10th Army, we don't have their historical commander, but we have Guderian instead. And yeah, look at this. We're just going to murder them. Yeah, they're all set and ready. Our airplanes are in motion. So close air support. I have mix of medium bombers and Stukas, and also of course Bf-109s, because they are the main German fighters at that period. They concentrate industry. I just want to collect this while we are waiting, because I'll have to make some further videos on this one, so have to keep researching on time. And yeah, also guys, you should recommend the next operation or invasion or idea down below in a comment section. So yeah, feel free to recommend what you want to see next if you are to enjoy in this one. Come on, soon. Oh yeah, one more day and the battle starts, and then we will see how will this invasion plan work in real event. Real, I say. Okay, around the Maginot. Okay, let's start with that 28 days. Let's see what will they say. They'll of course say no, because I put it on history, but there are instances where they can say yes if it's not historical AI. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Good, and the first thing is that we will order all of our divisions to start their attack. Let's take a look. Okay. They'll now just call all of your allies. Just want to remove this. Go. So, the battle has started. We see that they are really trying to move their divisions over here fast to kind of stop me from pushing in, but my troops will really rapidly start moving and pushing through the lines because their organization is low because of that movement they had, and yeah, they'll just fall so quickly. I believe that the toughest time will have the 14th Army because of this mountain regions, while this 8th and 10th Army should have the easiest time, just because they have this small forest and then they are in the open. As you guys can see, these open plains and Warsaw here especially. So yeah, Danzig might be the toughest one because the Danzig has some reinforcements, but again, that is not enough to make any, I don't know, any difference. We are going to allow the Slovakians to join in just because of the historical thing. Okay, this was a bit... Okay, yeah, let's keep pushing that so I can encircle them. Yeah, so they can push. Oh, naval bombers, okay, no problem. Good, so no allies are trying to invade here, and yeah, we see it. I mean, it's August 28th and we are already pushing them so hard over here. We have 1k losses while they have 28, so yeah, the count is unbelievable. Okay, so you know what, let's try to... I have an idea. Let's try to encircle these guys over here, just for the, I don't know, for the sake of historical accuracy. See, these guys are encircled. If I could encircle these boys over here as well, then that would be perfect for the historical purpose again. Okay, you guys should stop the attack there and move here. Okay, perfect. Motorize, can you guys move here? Just a second to help, because when I encircle this, I really want to have that historical accuracy as much as possible. Okay, go here as well. Perfect, yeah, we are encircling this. Motorized infantry is moving, and yep, there it is. Good, so we have this salient here, the Polish corridor, kind of a split. Path towards Warsaw is open. Our troops will now move in. Ooh, seriously. Man, that's impressive though. That is impressive. Okay, we will soon send some air power there to help, but for now let's just focus on this. I really focus heavily on industry. Okay, so they are pushing now. The Third Army is pushing from the East Prussia. Yeah, this is East Prussia. Yeah, Danzig as well, being encircled. Yeah, we have these two corridors. See, this is so historically accurate. I love it. Okay, so now for the sake of this, I will try to encircle the Warsaw as well. Let's go with the encirclement of Warsaw. Okay, let's push it like this. Good. Nah, you don't attack Warsaw. You will attack this. Go over here, boy. Like that. Nah, more panzers will move here. I want to encircle Warsaw and then I want to attack it. I want to have that historical accuracy as much as possible. This is perfect. This is perfect. It's like 1939 all over again. Go, boys. Encirclement, encirclement, encirclement. They have a bunch of divisions there, but we'll be able to deal with it. You guys go over here. Okay, so this is Third Army, and let's remove all of this for the Third Army so that they are not to move here. They are to go to their front. Okay, let's send some more panzers over here to help, because we need to punch through this. We need to encircle the Warsaw from the rest of the country. Stop, don't attack. Okay, you guys can come here to help. And yep, there it is. Warsaw is encircled. I will order these guys to stop for a second. Good. Let's send these guys here. And yeah, let's prepare and just beat the hell out of them over here. These guys are, yeah, they're still fighting. Good. Okay, so it's 10th of September, and in a second we will attack. Three divisions left in. Why am I waiting, if you guys are wondering? It's because historically the Warsaw was defeated and it was put into submission with the... oh yeah, they were fighting with them. Okay. Because they were put into submission by air powered, so they were bombed to hell. So that was the reason why in the end the Germans pushed in and easily captured it. Not so easily, but they were hammered by air power a lot, so yeah, I want to do the same. Once this attack fails, we will go in. Let's go, just capture it. Warsaw is down. These guys are encircled. Okay, deal with that. This was done with ease. With super ease and fall of Warsaw. Poland has capitulated as soon as Warsaw went down. So, Poland has capitulated. Adolf Hitler has announced that the cowardly Polish nation could no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of German forces throughout the country. The Polish government chose to flee the country and has gone into exile. Their main forces have capitulated and the German Reich is now in control of their home area. Though the war against what remains of the Allies continues elsewhere, this is a great victory for all of the Axis. Damn, look at this. We captured a fuckload of weapons. Let me just take a look. Damn. That's huge. That's huge. So yeah, it didn't last way too long, and I did try to kind of influence the event a bit with my micro. For example, like the encirclement of the army and the encirclement of Warsaw before capturing, just because of that historical accuracy, because that's what historically happened. But in the end, it was kind of fun. And I don't know, is this because... I mean, generally it is not that hard as Germany in this game to invade the Poland, it's easy. But I mean, even with these small numbers, you see how effective it was. It was super easy to do it. So, yeah, maybe, yeah, historically they had a good idea. They had a point. So, I hope again that you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. And recommend what you want to see next. So until then, thank you guys, and see ya.